In this video, I'm going to take you through how to set up a PhotoSentinel homepage, which will allow you to give a branded experience to your clients when they're viewing their photos. And then I'll show you how to set up client credentials so that they can log in and view their cameras. The first step is to create the homepage, and the second step is to create a new user and to give them access to the homepage and the installations you want them to see. So let me take you through firstly how to create a homepage. After you log into Control Hub, click on Homepages and then click on Create Homepage. The first thing is the name, and this is displayed on your homepage, so make sure it's understandable to your client. Next, enter the subdomain, which is the first part of the URL for your homepage. This can be anything you like within the parameters outlined in the notes below. From this drop-down, you're going to select the domain at which to host your homepage, which is the second part of the URL. And for this, you have three options. Firstly, you can choose to host your homepage for free at photosentinel.photos. Secondly, you can select from one of our white label domains, and this allows you to have a homepage free of any reference to PhotoSentinel, one that you can personalize to your brand. A small charge applies for white label domains, and that's listed in the drop-down here. The third option is to opt in to our secure domain service, which allows you to use your own existing domain. Once you have set up your own custom domain, you'll see it listed here in the drop-down as an option along with the others. If that sounds like a good option for you and your business, then click on the link on the page here to talk about it with one of our team. And there's also a link to more information in the description of this video. The next option you have when creating a homepage is to leave it private or make it public. If you check this box, visitors will be able to see your homepage without logging in. If you leave it unchecked, then visitors will need a username and password. Next, you select the gallery style for the homepage. My recommendation is to just go with the one we've labelled as recommended, as that will be the latest, most advanced gallery. The other gallery styles here are really only relevant if you've been using PhotoSentinel for a long time and have specific reasons for sticking with one of the old ones. Underneath the gallery style are your branding options. You have 2 or 3 branding options depending on the gallery style you've chosen. The recommended image dimensions for these branding images are on the notes in the page. And to select an image to place in each of the branding locations, you just choose it from the drop-down. If you're a new user, you'll first need to upload those images by clicking the Upload New Image button and following the instructions. And then once you've uploaded your image, you'll be able to choose it from the drop-down. Lastly, and most importantly, you need to add the installations you want to be on the homepage. You do that by choosing them in the drop-down and clicking Add. Repeat that step for each installation. Once you've added your installations, you can hit Save. And then, to view your homepage, just click on the hyperlink, log in with the same username and password you use for Control Hub, and check that it's set up the way you want it. Next, let's set up a user account for your client. There are 3 steps involved with setting up a user and connecting them with cameras on the homepage. And 3 steps sounds clunky, but you'll see that this is what gives you that greater flexibility to allow for different users to see different cameras on the same homepage. To create a new user, navigate to the Users page and click Add User, and then fill in the details. Make sure to copy the username and password to send to your client later on. Only tick Supplier if you're creating another admin user who you want to be able to change the settings of the time-lapse camera. For most clients, you'll leave this unchecked as you only want them viewing the photo gallery. The company field is just for your own reference. Email needs to be filled in case the user ever needs to reset their password. And you only need to fill out the phone number and check these boxes if, again, you're creating an admin user who you would want to receive alert notifications when a system isn't behaving as it should. Once you've filled in all the details, click Save and you'll land back on the Users page. Click on Details next to the user you've created, and that will navigate you to the user details. And you can see on this page that while you've created the user, you've not yet associated them with any installations or home pages. So you'll need to go into the Homepage Details page to associate them with the homepage, and we'll need to go to the Installation Info page to associate them with each installation. Let's navigate to the Installation Details page first. Select your installation from the drop-down and click on Info. At the bottom of the box, you'll see the Users Associated section. Select your new user from the drop-down. You can see a number of different permissions here. Generally, the only 2 that are relevant to an end client are View High Res and Social Sharing. The rest have to do with admin level permissions. So make sure only View High Res and Social Sharing are checked and hit the Set User Permissions button. The page will refresh and you'll see that the user is now associated with that installation with those permissions. This allows the user to view this installation if they log in to setup.photosentinel.com.au. But we want them logging into our homepage to view the photos, and so the final step we need to do is associate them with the homepage. Navigate to the homepage details page by clicking on Homepages and then Set Up for your homepage. You'll see again this associated user section. This time you simply select the user from the drop-down and click on Associate User. Again, unless you want them to edit the settings of this homepage, don't check Right. And now you can see that they are associated with the homepage. We can use this page as a quick refresher of the process we've just been through. First, we created a homepage that lives at this URL, and we associated this installation with it. Then we created the user, and we associated the user first with the installation and then with the homepage. So then, the only thing left to do is to click through to your homepage and check that your client can log in and see their cameras. And there you have it. That was how to create a homepage and client login, so your clients can view their cameras in a branded gallery. As always, if you have any questions about this process or anything else, don't hesitate to contact our support team, support@photosentinel.com.